Hi, welcome to SS Bhushan's channel. I am SS Bhushan. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe SS Bhushan's channel and also share the links of SS Bhushan to all of your WhatsApp contacts because SS Bhushan is the only channel that caters to the needs of the viewers in both English and Telugu media. Now, let us come to the grammar 22 or 22nd chapter of our grammar. I promised you to make 100 videos. So out of that we have come to the 22nd chapter of grammar, that is part 3 of the prepositions. Okay, right. If you think that I have been increasing a little bit of pace, please watch my video in slow motion. Okay, now coming to the usage of prepositions. On is used before dates and weeks. Dates and weeks. When do we use this on? That is, Vani came on Sunday. On Sunday, that is a day. Srinu wrote his exams or exam on Friday, exam on Friday, on Tuesday, on Saturday. So on weekdays we have to use on. Mahati's marriage is on 27th November. 27th, on 27th November. This is a date. Okay, his English exam is on 22nd February, on 22nd of May or something else. So we have to use on before dates and weeks. Is that clear to you? Now coming to the next one. Next important point which ought to be noted is that when morning, afternoon, evening come along with dates in a sentence. When morning, afternoon, evening, etc., I mean the parts of the days come along with dates in a sentence, then on must be used before morning, afternoon, evening, and off must be used before the dates. Okay, hope you understood. Once again, generally I said what is the general usage? Before the dates and weeks we have to use on, but here what I would like to say is morning, afternoon, evening has come in a sentence and dates also have come in that sentence. Then you have to use on before morning, afternoon, evening. Just now I have told before dates and weeks I have to use on. But when dates and sessions of a day are used parallelly or simultaneously in a sentence at a time, then this on must be used before morning, afternoon, evening. And off must be used before the dates. Example, Radha wrote her exam on the morning of 13th September. Hope you understood. Here, actually I told that before dates we have to use on. Yes, this is right, on 22nd November. But in a sentence like this, if the part of a day along with a date are mentioned in the same sentence, then on must be used before this morning, afternoon, evening, and off must be used before the date. Now, next one, by. Before vehicles, we have to use by. And when we go on foot, we have to use foot. It doesn't mean that single foot. But here, when we walk, then we have to use on. Hemant comes to college on foot. The same Hemant comes to college by bus, by bicycle, by scooter, or something else. Okay? When we want to use vehicles, we have to say by. We have to use by after that. I mean, before that vehicle. In the same manner, when we just go on a walk, then we have to use on foot. We shouldn't say by foot. Generally, this is also a common mistake used by us. Next, coming to the other preposition, in and into can be used after get. For example, when we want to mention especially a vehicle, for example, I asked Tamanna to get into my car, to get in my car. For example, I am just going or I am just having a ride on 80 feet road or RK beach. Then I saw Tamanna and I opened the door and I invited her. Tamanna, could you please get into my car? Or would you like to get into my car? Then she said, okay, Bhushan, I want to get into your car. Get into or get in your car. Both are right. May I get into your vehicle? May I get into your vehicle or in your vehicle? Both are right. So whenever we come across this get, and if we want to use a preposition, especially regarding the vehicles, then we have to use into or in after this get. Next, upon and on. Upon is used to express movement, some movement. So, and on is used to express still position without any action. The dog jumped upon the wall. The word jumped itself indicates upon. There is some movement upon the wall. The book is on the table. The book is on the table. Or else we can say the same sentence if the dog is not involving in any kind of action. The dog is on the wall or the dog is on the mat. We can say like that. But here the word jumped indicates motion or movement. So we have to use upon. Hope it is clear to you. Now, before exact time, we have to use yet. When is your exam? My exam is at 9 o'clock. When is the bus? When is the bus to Vishakhapatnam? My bus to Vishakhapatnam is at 10 o'clock. In the same manner, Bhushan goes to Parliament at 9 a.m. My Parliament sessions begin at 9 a.m. So I go to Parliament at 9 a.m. The bank opens at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. Okay. Now coming to this, the usage of at is clear to you. Now coming to along and across. Along means horizontal or parallel movement. We use along when we want to say that somebody or something is moving in a horizontal way. For example, if something is going like this, we have to use along. We have to use along. Okay. And if something is moving, for example, this is the road. If something is moving across, just that means if something is moving from left to right or right to left, then we have to use across. Ramuji ran along the road to catch the bus. For example, a bus is going and you were shouting at the driver or the conductor, please stop the bus, stop the bus. Then you have to move along the road to catch the bus, isn't it? So along the road, along the road. Babu met with an accident when he was running across the road. Babu met with an accident. He was moving from left to right because somebody is there waiting for him, and out of his eagerness to meet him or out of his anxiety to meet him, out of his enthusiasm to meet him, just he was moving from left to right. He was crossing from left to right and he did not observe that a lorry is coming. Babu met with an accident when he was running across the road. Okay, hope you understood. Across, along. Next one. This is another interesting preposition. Suffer from. Kiran is suffering from AIDS or corona. Okay, suffer from AIDS or something else, some disease. Generally, after suffer, we use from. That's right. And also, most of your English teachers just they say after suffer you have to use from, and after die you have to use of. Of course, after die, of is generally used because most of the people die of malaria, snake bite, or some other disease like heart attack, old age, etc., old age problems or old age complications. Die off is right, but there are other kinds of deaths also where we have to use a different preposition. See, for example, die for someone or some country. For example, a movie star died. Some Hrithik Roshan died for Aish. Hrithik Roshan died for Aish. For example, Aishwarya Sindhu is drowning and he wanted to save this Aishwarya Sindhu, and immediately this Hrithik jumped into that river, but he too lost his life. Then we have to use Hrithik died for Sindhu. Gandhiji died for his country. Gandhiji died for his motherland. When we sacrifice something, as our life for somebody else, then we have to use die for. And when somebody dies at an early age or at a particular age, not age, an early age, at an age. For example, YSR, Dr. YSR died at the age of 60. At the age of 60. In the same manner, some other politician died. Rajiv died at the age of 48 or 50. Next, die in an accident. Die in an accident. For example, the same. Uh, Venkat died in an accident. How did Venkat die? Venkat died in an accident. So you have to use in here. Next one. For example, while interrogating some persons, a thief or a dacoit, due to the wounds of the police persons, the thief might have died or the dacoit might have died. Then we have to say die with wounds. The thief died with wounds. Actually, some other people use from also, but the most commonly or accepted usage is with. The thief died with wounds. Okay. Next, died from fatigue. Fatigue means, for example, in the scorching summer, uh, because of this dehydration, if anybody falls on the road unconsciously at evening 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, in the afternoon 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, then if he loses his life, then we have to say that person, Sindhu died from fatigue, okay, one kind of weariness, that is called died from. So these many kinds of deaths are there. Hope you understood these prepositions. This comes under part 3 of my prepositions chapter. There are still many more prepositions. Let us learn those prepositions also. Please subscribe SS Bhushan channel, because SS Bhushan channel is the only channel that caters to the needs of the viewers in both English and Telugu media. Thank you.